If you ever train me for long enough, I'll give you a nickname. Everyone in Fifthunit has a nickname. Chris Cross will make it. Jump. Mac Dan will make it. I'm just no more.
Right, I'm getting stuck in straight away.
Yeah, me too. So, this week we are doing a STRETCHCAST, as Marcus called it on his Insta story. So now we have to call it that. So
thanks, mate.
we're gonna do some stretching. So me and Marcus just finished the gym. Ethan hasn't because he's lazy, but he's going to stretch as well. And then we're going to talk about parkour because we like it and it's fun.
We boycotted the stretching.
We boycotted Matera because we were too scared to go.
Oh yeah.
No, because we didn't have any money, and I really wanted to go, and I cried last night.
Yeah, I've been incredibly sad.
And it's raining here, so you can't train anyway.
It's so shit. I don't know why, but I just didn't think that so many people would go.
I thought,
literally everyone's there.
I thought so many people would go, but I knew I didn't have the money to go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's annoying. It looks fucking class.
Mm. Yeah.
The town looks like a joke. Do you know has anyone trained there before they did this? Because it looks like I've
never heard of it.
No, but it's outrageous.
Thinking, what if it's all curb spots?
Saw it on Google Maps. I'm like, yep, that's the one.
Yeah. I've seen like a few bits. I've seen the bits from where they did the qualifiers, but I haven't seen any spots outside the qualifiers other than a few like gaps. Like Joe Hender did that gap, and Max Ward did it too with Brody.
Yeah, there's that little there was somewhere with a windowsill and a 180 back, and like Drew did a 360 cat.
Yeah.
Josh killed it.
Yeah.
I think Andy Voller did some really nice stuff there as well.
Yeah, that looked cool.
But yeah, it just looks like an absolute party.
Absolute rager. And we're not there.
We fucked it. We straight up fucked it. Did you catch any of the qualifiers?
Nah. I just watch people's like stories.
Yeah, me too.
I watched basically every run through a story though. Well, not every run.
Yeah. When you saying there was a live stream this morning.
Yeah.
So
for all of those who tried to watch live stream through Insta and didn't find one because there wasn't one on Insta, there was one on the Red Bull website, so you're all suckers.
Including us.
Including me. Massive sucker. So, that's fun.
Yeah, straight up fucked it. But, this Saturday, which will be before this...
Yeah.
Last Saturday.
Yeah. So last Saturday, for you watching this, or the other day, if it comes, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, we're gonna watch it live, and we put on an Insta story saying, "Come watch it with us." And no one's gonna turn up because everyone.
It was so crazy, man.
It was crazy. We had everyone came from Matera to England to watch it with us. It was pretty nuts. So. If you weren't there, you missed out. Just saying.
Oh, Christ. My poor knee.
That was a sweet clip.
Poor knee.
But yeah. So Marcus, what have you been thinking about recently? The interesting Insta story the other day.
Oh yeah, literally last night. Well, I just put up a question. I was thinking about athletes that had the sort of closest... What first made me think about this was Callum wrote... Do you remember Callum wrote an article? Or like, I think it was his 300th tip.
Yeah.
And it was basically about... And he'd sort of posed it as this Venn diagram of your physical ability and your mental capabilities and that crossover.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I really sort of put a lot of thought towards it. And I was just thinking yesterday of athletes that have the sort of best balance between physical... and mental.
I'm sure it's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's some people up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sure.
You're
not one of them, you suck.
Question, people had said, so a couple of people said Tim.
It's because that's the correct answer.
Callum. Who else? Marcio came up a lot.
Marcio is very much up there.
Yeah, for sure. Can't remember what other people were saying. But, yeah, who would you put on that list?
I'd put most of Storrow, but in separate categories. So, for example, like, all of Storrow have done skyscraper roof gaps. So, like, at least running roof gaps. And then, like, Toby's, like, flipped one and, like, shit like that. And then, like, Toby did, like, doubles over that. So, like, Toby, for example, give him, like, a big concrete over, like, a height, he can still do it. A lot of people would, like, be like, oh, no, that's too big. But then, like, there's also... But then also Tim. I think Tim is the most well-rounded like what the most well-rounded athlete in the sport anyway, as it goes. He has like everything almost as big as everyone else, but doing everything. So for example, Callum like can do really big jumps, but then Tim also does really big jumps, but then he also does really big laches as well. And then from what I've seen of his training, he like doesn't prep stuff as much as I see other people prep stuff. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, I think Tim's a great shout.
I mean, there was that one experience with him training, and I did a Kong Pre for him around, and I prepped it 3 times. He did it first try, stuck it, and they did the Speed Pre first try and stuck it, and they did it 2 more times on top of that to film it to look nice. So, you know, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Ethan, anyone to add to that list?
I don't know. I'd say like I was thinking Tim Champion when you were like saying it. Like, he's just so sick. He's got everything on lock pretty much, and he's like, yeah. I feel like he's just like got like everything like down. Whereas like there's some athletes that have like a lot of things down, but then there's always like one thing that they're like missing. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think you don't see Tim do too much like proper at height stuff.
Yeah.
So I can't say he's like infinitely amazing when it comes to like risk of danger, but like he does do like a lot of stuff. He does it so competently and so safely most of the time, and it's like always big shit. So it must be pretty close. And then also, what did you think? Joe Hendo. He does loads of fat stuff, and loads of like big stuff with big drops. So I think he's a contender, that man.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about Joe. That's true. But I think even like if you take like height out of the equation, I think there's still something to be said for someone like I added a few onto my story at the end yesterday that I'd like just like thought about at the end. Eric Moore, I think like in terms of like minimal preps and being able to confidently throw something that's close to his max and happily take a bounce, happily take, you know, whatever that result is, just that sort of like level, I think he has incredibly high.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but then I think like
in the same way Endis does.
But people like, but you could feel like there are certain situations where like that isn't affected. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like when I train inside, I can happily do anything and bounce it. Like I'll just like throw my max no matter what. Like it's not a mental factor. So I wouldn't say my mental capabilities inside. My mental capabilities are as high as my physical ones because I'll just do it.
Do you reckon that they're literally level?
Not level, but like easy like there as opposed to like there. You know what I mean? Because I'll just be like, I'll just bounce it, and it'll be fine. Because the thing I'm jumping to is this, like, you know, the tyres. If you do like a running pre, the tyres are this high. Literally nothing can go wrong other than I bounce it and land my bum. You know what I mean? So I will literally do the biggest running pre I can do, and worst case bounce it.
That's a beautiful thing. When you find like a running pre outside or a con pre or something that you can confidently say this is my max, and I'm like throwing it, and it's that's what's holding me back. That's a really nice thing. That doesn't always happen. I don't think I've ever found a running pre or have ever been confident enough with a running pre that is my max. There's ones that I've been thinking like, oh, I don't know if I can get it or not, blah, 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 and then I do it, I'm like, oh, that was actually fine. I've
never done a running pre that I haven't overshot. You know
yeah, me neither.
Like, I've never like had to bounce it a million times and then and then make it.
Yeah, I feel like I always like.
Arsehole. For all of those who are listening, Marcus just copied the stretch I was doing. First twat. I was doing it first. And now he's going to make me look bad because he's more flexible than I am. It's just not fair. But yeah, so I don't know. So I think like a bigger tester of that would be the up high stuff. Because like...
So then what about someone like
Scandrett?
Yeah, but then also like...
or like Dolmy.
But then would he do his biggest running pre up high? Because maybe in the descents, but then in like the running pre level, like would he stick a standing pre with a drop either side?
Yeah.
Really high up. consistently, or like.
Which
would he be
probably leads on
confident
quite nicely to Marcio. I mean, do you see those Insta when he's doing the pliers on those rails?
Nah,
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah.
Ridiculous height.
And he did.
Man.
What was the other one he did? Like that was like the. He posted it after that one, or it was in the same place. I can't remember.
Not sure.
It was something. It was like either it was standing pre to a rail, or it was like I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Marcio's a brilliant shout for that as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he just like sticks everything over drops, under drops. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh man, Denister.
Yeah,
His
he is
running
really-
pre's are outrageously
Yeah, he does these
big.
fat running
and like happily bounce, blah blah blah. And his Insta the other day, do you see that one? Is like raw clips and did big compre, huge compre.
Oh, he just did the standing pre, but like on the other side is literally like death drop into like trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
man.
high enough that like there's trees below that are way lower than he is. Like
And
imagine,
he did
imagine falling out of a tree but imagine being like 3 times the tree's height and then falling through a tree. Like,
hitting every branch on the way down.
crazy.
He did that running pre to the edge of that reservoir as well. Remember that? That was like
Yeah.
last week as well. Yeah.
he's
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Incredibly capable, that man.
I'm not confident at all to do stuff like that. Like a running pre to a big drop. It's just like it's not in my
Yeah.
book of things to do yet.
I mean, if there was like if you could bounce it loads,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it'd kind of be okay. But if you couldn't bounce it and you couldn't overshoot, then I'd be a bit more like, oh no, I'm
Yeah.
scared. But
Do you
No,
think
like-
there's anyone who has a mental game that's like above their physical? Because I think with someone whose style is very different, like someone like really flowy, when they're not doing huge running pre's or big pliers, or when when that physical factor isn't necessarily as prominent.
what? So you mean like in terms of like flipping stuff? So like
Yeah, flipping and just really like flowy. So someone like Mark from Ashaguru or Matt McCreary or Mateus, maybe someone.
what? Well, I don't know because I don't think that's like as mentally taxing. Doing a flow around isn't like. Because most of the time when you do that stuff, you can already do it anyway. You just do it, and then you have to work out getting it into stuff.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a physical battle to like link it all perfectly than it is like oh, I'm not sure I can do this, and then try it like, and then know physically that you can. You know what I mean?
But then there's not a mental hole in their game. That's what I'm saying. There's no room necessarily.
Yeah, but then if they did like a big running pre,
Yeah, and I see what you mean.
you know what I mean?
It's different how you sort of frame it in your mind. Yeah.
You're saying, oh, they're stuck in this category, but then what if they just move out and do like something else? Like you can't just tell us like, okay, you're perfect for flow, so don't do anything else. Like
Yeah, you're right.
You know
I
what I
suppose you
mean?
have to sort of count everything.
But I'd also argue like, and then also there are people who like do massive tricks, but then like you see them do massive tricks on like, so like for example, people like I've seen bare people do full in back out inside, but you don't see anyone half as many do full in back out outside. And so you'd argue that's like a weaker mental game than it is a physical game because they can do full in back out, they haven't done it outside
True.
because they're not as confident in it.
Yeah. Where do you reckon your boys like that balances for you?
No idea.
What, like mental, physical balance?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're like lacking on either side or?
Definitely, yeah. I feel like I lack a lot of mental confidence with like jumps sometimes.
Marcus, I'm
Like-
going to do the splits. I'm sorry if I kick you.
Like even if I know I can make, so when I'm inside like at the sessions, like, I have
room. Feel.
Ethan's talking.
But I want
Can't
to
get
do the
interrupted.
splits. Fine.
No, I was saying when when I'm in the session, like I can do like a pretty big running pre. Not to hype myself up too much.
Not to
But,
gas
like-
me up, but
I've got like a decent sized running pre, I'd say.
yeah, for sure.
But like outside, I've never gone like that close to my inside max. Like I'd say the most I've done outside is like probably I don't know, like 13. Like the running pre before the you did the running pre dive at Johnny's spot,
Yeah.
and that's 13 steps of running pre
Oh yeah.
around
yeah.
that. Like I did that. That's probably the biggest running pre I've done. But like I think my max I've got in the session is like 14 and a half. I've never like tried anything like that outside.
Yeah, I've seen you do pretty big inside, to be fair. Yeah.
But like
It's just one of those things. It's like the more you do outside, the better
yeah.
you get. Yeah, that's just confidence.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like with injury as well, like especially because I had that ankle thing recently, it's like more scary to go for like max stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean, for sure. I think mine's like definitely lower because I know for a fact I only pick physical, like when I like I'm at home and I choose and I'm like, oh, like, because you know I always like when we're going out training I always already have stuff in my head of what I'm going to do. Yeah, so I only choose stuff I can do or I think I can do. So like I won't go out and like it won't be something I'm gonna like it might end up, I might get there and it might end up being something that I bounce loads, but I wouldn't intentionally think I'm gonna bounce it loads if I'm gonna go for it. It would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to do this that day, you know what I mean? And I just end up bouncing it because that day I'm like not physically as strong as I like, or like, I'm not at my peak or something like that sort of thing. But then I don't know, because then I might just happen to be like picking stuff that is like my max. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Mine's definitely like I'm lacking in the mental side. Like I can pick out big holes in my game, I think. Particularly running pre's, always been running pre's, throwing my standing pre's. Like, they're the big ones. But,
standing pre the easiest. Because I just find I look at it, I'm like, oh, I can do that, or I'm like, oh, I can't do that, sort of thing. And then like, I'll know if I bounce it. Like I'll look at it, I'm like, oh, I'll bounce that, and then I'll bounce it, and it'll be like, okay, well, I bounced it. Just like I said, like weight trays. I started weight trays when I first started trying. I was like, well, I looked at it, I was like, I'll bounce it. So I bounced it, and then that was it.
Yeah, I just don't have the confidence necessarily. It literally differs from pre to pre depending on how like droppy it is, and you know, even down to like what the walls are like, and it's weird, but I don't have the confidence all the time to just be like, oh, that isn't, you know, I think I'll bounce that, but I'll go for it anyway. If I think I'm going to bounce it, I probably will veer on the side of not doing it, which is annoying because that's what I want to change. But yeah, I think the mental side of stuff is always trickier to battle. Physical is, I don't know, easy to...
Physical's
not
like
easy
to
push,
figure out what's wrong with you, I feel like, because like, if you know something's like not as strong as the other, you can go to the gym, like work that up. Whereas like mental, you have to sort of like practice, like train your mind sort of.
Yeah, and there's like help available as well. Like for example, when I started the Tom's plan, there was the specific like moves that I wanted to work on, which were like 180s and stuff. So we're training lots of like pull chain stuff. Yeah. And so there's help available on the physical side of your training, but with mental there isn't as much advice or someone you can like turn to necessarily. It's sort of, it's less quite a personal thing. You're sort of on your own a bit more with it.
I find it more frustrating though when I like physically can't, when I bounced it a million times, like because you've mentally committed to it but then physically you can't do it. I find that incredibly frustrating. I find that more frustrating than like if I like didn't commit that day. I'd rather like have walked away than like bounced it a million times because it's like, oh, I'm so close, sort of thing. For example, there was like a plyo I did like in Red Hill when I was with Ethan and Jamie. Was it you and Jamie or me, or was it Jamie and Dylan? It was with you because you did the running.
Yeah, it was me, Dylan, you.
And I basically I did it, but I bounced it like 50 times. Well, like it was like like a lot of times.
What, the tic tac?
No, the like plyo.
Wait.
I didn't put it on Insta. It's like.
I
think I have to delete it from my phone.
Yeah. No,
I bounced it like a whole bunch of times. It's like, you know, like that the business park in Red Hill.
Yeah.
You know, like where people dash the wall and then plyo over. And I did that plyo, but like bounced it like bare. Like I didn't get like just kept bouncing it loads and loads and loads. And I was like, well, I've like committed, but now I just can't do it. Like, and so I just found it so frustrating. I'd rather have not committed and then come back on a day where I was like physically stronger and I'd done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like if you get closer to a jump that you really want to do and you don't make it, that makes it way more frustrating.
Yeah. Because that's like something I wanted to do for ages.
Yeah.
And I've never like felt physically strong enough in the prep. So I was like, well, I guess I can't do it. And then that day I was like, oh, well, I'm strong enough in the preps, and I just kept bouncing it. And it's like, well, why can't I just do it? Like, I just wanted to do it.
Yeah, that is annoying. I think like basically all of my training is sort of trying to like bridge that gap.
Yeah, I think that's everyone's training.
Yeah.
No one trains not to like push themselves. I don't know. Well, some people might.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I know. I definitely train to push both of those as hard as I can.
Yeah. I always feel, Tim replied to one of the stickers yesterday actually, and said basically shared the same view of always like closest during the summer months, like the closest. Those two things, the mental and physical, feel closer.
Yeah, that's because you're like training the most.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, that's exactly it. The point being that like training consistently is, I think, the best way to achieve it for me anyway. If you're getting in like 5 or 6 sessions a week, just feeling like...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, I don't see how not training consistently could work and help it. Imagine like leaving for like 2 weeks and then coming back and be like, I guess I'll try this jump.
Yeah, but well, no, because then at the gym, you literally said this morning on the gym, you take a week off and sometimes you come back feeling stronger.
That's a physical thing, not
exactly,
a mental thing.
Exactly.
You'd still have to like maintain your mental capabilities.
Yeah.
But you'd lose, like, that's like a sacrifice. You'd lose like probably some confidence after not training for a week.
Yeah, definitely. But I always fear that more. Like I find, and then as soon as I'm training, and it's like, oh, actually, it's the same. It's, you know, I always feel like, oh man, I'm going to be super rusty and don't trust my body to do what I want it to do. And then you start training, it's like, oh, it's gone.
I don't. I just get really upset when I don't train. I don't get like, I don't know. I don't get scared that I won't be able, like, I won't be as good. I'll just be like, I just haven't trained. I'm just like, oh, I haven't trained. What am I doing with my life? I don't want to look like we're doing the same stretches.
Yeah, I don't know what stretch to do. I feel like I've run out of ones that I know.
I haven't run out, but I don't want to be doing the same. Like, I have like an order, and it like keeps clashing with your order. I don't want to be doing the same stretches because it looks like I'm just copying.
Well, I'm not moulded. My order's out the window. At this point.
I was sticking to my order, and I like, waited for you to finish doing your stretch to do the splits, and now I'm going to move on. Basically, I do quads, hamstrings, bam, and then calves, and then ankles, and then other stuff. So that's fun.
Cool. Well, I'm doing another glute boy.
Oh, fine. We can do them at the same time.
First?
I'm doing my leg.
That one, yeah.
I'll do that as well.
Let's all do the same one. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that like, some people's are so high. For example, like Callum's is fucking crazy high. To like for example, and like what's even crazier is when people like look at stuff and tell you then don't think you can do it, and then like you know you can do it and then you do it, sort of thing. Like when Callum like is looking at that massive running pre in RCA, and even they're like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I'm doing it. Like that's some crazy resilience, I think.
Yeah, if like someone told me like, oh, I'm not sure about that jump, then I feel like I would be like, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't do it if you don't think that, which is kind of bad because I feel like I need to like build up our own like personal level.
I think it like it varies from who says it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think if I was Callum and you had said that, if like we were in that situation, you had said that to me, I'd have been a bit more like, maybe not. But then I also would have been like, but I think it's a thing, like, and then I don't know, but
yeah, but that's like the equivalent, isn't it? Like that, like. Then to him, the same as me to you, like
that's what I'm saying.
Always training together.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is that like if we were in that situation, I'd have rethought it a bit more. But then also,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But then also, I still would have thought it's a thing. So.
Yeah, I think like end of the day is you've got to trust yourself over everyone because you know how you're feeling on the day. You know how you've been performing for the last week. Like people's input's always valuable, but you do have to.
Yeah.
Like
if you don't know someone, don't tell them they can't do something. Does my night in.
Yeah.
Honestly,
maybe just don't get involved.
Just don't. Or
don't talk to me.
You know what I mean? If it's big and you're like, are you sure? Don't say that because that's a terrible idea. Because if they're saying they're going to do it, they're probably sure they're going to do it, and then also they're just going to be annoyed at you.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you have other aspirations in terms? So like we're saying. That one of your like overarching goals in parkour is to sort of bridge that gap. Is there anything else like big, like long term?
I 100% am just like push yourself. Like all my training is based around pushing myself. I'd say like it's never like, for example, I always try and do something new, like when I'm not injured. I try and do something new every session, sort of, like every time I'm training, and like that's to like make sure that I'm still progressing, even if it's like in a different area of what I'm doing. Like even if it's like a smaller but like a different thing I don't normally do. Like running 360 pre, for example, I don't normally do them, but I do like a small one of them. I'm like, oh, that's new, so I'm still progressing in that, and that way, like I'm technically getting further. But I definitely always try and train on my own because I always want to like, because if I like don't train, I get frustrated because I'm like, well, I'm not going to get any better if I don't train. So I don't know. But then I still really like, I don't know, I just really enjoy it even if I'm like training on my own. You know what I mean? So I think like personally I could easily like move somewhere and not know anyone who trains and still be fine because I could still just train on my own.
Cool. Yeah.
But it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah.
Obviously.
For me, it's quite community driven.
Yeah, I mean, I
driven.
really fucking enjoy hanging out with people. That's the thing. I really enjoy jams, but like I know that if I didn't, so what I'm saying is that I know that if I didn't have that, I could still do it. Like I get people messaging me like, and they're like I've had like people say, oh, I live here and no one trains. Like I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, just train anyway. And they're like, oh, but it's not as like not as fun. I'm like, well, then maybe you don't like it enough. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be as good as someone who's like really like as good as like pros. For example, Harrison Fernandez trains on his own. Like he's someone I know who like solo trains like, and he enjoys it. Like he enjoys being on his own and training, and that's why he's so good. Is because he can, even if no one else is. It's like he doesn't need someone else to be there to do it. He can just go out and train on his own, and so I think, and enjoy it. And so I think people who like are like, oh, I can't do it because I'm not with anyone. I don't think they like it enough to want to push themselves. You know what I mean? It's like when you're coaching a kid at the session and you can tell that they don't actually enjoy parkour. They're just here for their friends. It's like, it's that sort of thing. Which is, there's nothing. I don't have anything against that. I don't think everyone should want to push themselves if they don't want to. Like you don't have to do that. That's just the way I like to do it. Is like I like want to be as good as I can be. And part of that comes into like, oh, I would like to be sponsored. I don't see it happening, and it's not like my end goal. Like it's not my end goal. Like if I got sponsored, I'd be gassed and I would definitely go through with it. But like, if I don't get sponsored, I won't cry because I'll have enjoyed the training along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I think it's a balance for me between basically what you just said and also just like striving for joy. Like I just want to enjoy it, and part of the joy comes from breaking challenges and breaking mental barriers and pushing myself, but at the end of the day it's still just joy. It's like I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering
my joy just comes from like training as hard as like when you're at the gym and like you get that like that hard thing done, like you get like so like you were doing a bench press and like you're like struggling, but then you do the last one, you do it and you're like oh done, like I'm like, oh, sick, I like did it, sort of thing. And like that's like relatable for parkour, but like even if I'm like on my own and I just do something that's like hard and I get it done, I'm like, oh yes, I did that, done. I like my joy comes after. At the end of the day, I'm like, I did that today, really happy. Like I'll go home to them, but oh, my arm was strong enough to do deadlifts today. That was really cool, and like sort of relive it. But then I also enjoy it at the time as well.
There's such a satisfaction from that's it. Yeah, and again, it's such a satisfaction from breaking physical challenges, like at the gym, as you're saying. But there's a very different satisfaction that comes from like breaking mental challenges.
Yeah.
And the two of them, it's like.
Yeah. I feel like what I'd like to achieve is like obviously create.
Get out of my way.
Obviously, have like a stronger like mental game.
All you listeners, I just slapped Marcus's bum and it was fun.
And like I'd love to get I'd love to get like more mentally confident like in all my jumps whenever I go out, because I don't want to take like as long as I do to do like a certain jump. So I feel like although it's a good thing to like prep it in your head, I'd like to get like you were saying about Tim Champion being able to like school like something like really fast.
Yeah,
and like
sure.
Have a really quick mental game. I love that. And I'd also love to get like a lot better at flips, because I feel like that's one thing I'm just completely lacking.
Yeah, you've got to practice. Something that I find that helps me with like my like confidence with stuff is I'll go back. I always redo stuff that I've done before.
Yeah.
For example, if we go to a spot in Dorking, I do all the challenges that I've done before, unless they're like super tiny, and and I'll just like or like boring. I'll just redo. I'll like tick off. Part of my warm up is ticking off all the challenges I've done before at that spot.
Yeah.
And like trying to get the prep time for each of those challenges to be less and less. So for example, the running pre at M&S is one that I do. Like I do that running pre every single time I'm there, off like the corner of the block.
Yeah.
Like every single time I'm there and I can do it because like I'm not injured or like I'm like physically fine. I'll do that running pre, and so that running pre for me is one that I know that I have like basically on lock. I just like as long as I have the takeoff perfect, like I'm never gonna hurt myself on it.
Yeah. Sick.
I think that's a very good.
I'm gonna start doing that
practice,
more
yeah.
often. Because I feel like, I don't know, I always like get to a spot and I'm like really confused, like, oh, what should I do first? Like if I'm thinking about I want to do something like relatively big at a spot, I like just be like looking at that and I won't like do anything to warm up.
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah. See, I just like bang, bang, bang. I don't know, I'm very regimented. I'm literally like, oh, I'll do this. I also like if I have challenges I want to do during the day, I'll tick off the ones that I think I should do in that order. So like when we were at IMAX, I wanted to do the dive roll first, and then do running pre plyo, and then do running pre dive. But obviously I didn't get to do that. But because that's the order I think that would have been the best, because I would expend, if I did the running pre plyo and the running pre dive first, I would have expended way too much energy to want to do the dive roll. Whereas if I do the dive roll, I would have been a bit more like gassed or like, you know, a bit more on it for like the running pre plyo would be a bit nicer to commit to than the dive roll while tired. So I try to do that.
To you now.
Hey man, how's it going? So I try and do that. I just like put things in order.
Yeah, definitely.
Turn away from you for a moment.
Goodbye. So like the spot around the corner of my house, I literally like do all the challenges in order. At that
to be
spot
fair,
of what I class as the difficulty.
Yeah, at the spot near my house, we have spots near our house, but at the spot near my house I always do the same thing every time actually. But that's like the only spot where I do that.
But yeah, that's something I'd advise, is just like, even if it's like something that still scares you, try and do it again, because then it will scare you less the next time you go through it. And that sort of thing. If that makes sense. I always try and redo shit. Not that I'm the master of
Welcome
this
back,
sort of thing,
Marcus.
but well, welcome back. How are you feeling after a nice little stretch?
Oh, good. I'm feeling like tighter and tighter the more I do.
I like finish and I can't. I don't want to do my arm stuff here because it will hurt. So I'm just like waiting.
Yeah.
Like scream out pain.
Well, because I'll just be like, there'll be bits. I need to like go against walls and shit, and then I'll just be like,
Good point. Good point.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was he gonna do? You gonna do that?
There was something I wanted to contribute to that conversation, but I can't remember what it was. Well, just like reading challenges. I think that's incredibly valuable. And like when we, was it like 2 days ago when we had that session, and there's a 180 back from the little windowsill.
Yeah.
No, what is it? Like a little sign. And I did that like on its own, and we just put it into a line. Yeah. And like I didn't prep. I bet I'd like done a couple, try and get it fresh in my mind, and was basically like trying to ride off the experience that I've done before.
Oh,
and like knowing that I feel good enough to do it again today, and it was just like absolutely fine. But I did that so many times. My fingerprint scanner on my phone doesn't work, so I like grinded off the stuff on my.
Welcome to my life. Mine just never works. Mine works on Hannah's phone though. So yeah, it doesn't work on my phone. I've reset my fingerprint so many times on my phone, it just doesn't work.
Have you and Hannah got the same fingerprint then?
Nah, my fingerprint's on her phone. You can put more than one fingerprint on a phone.
Yeah, it's so similar. It can.
Well, listen, yeah. But yeah, sounds fun.
Anything been plaguing your minds recently?
What parkour wise?
Yeah.
I wish I was at Art of Motion.
Yeah, other than that, that's the big boy, isn't it?
I want to go to Porto.
Yeah.
I want to train properly.
Yeah, I want to get like more back into the swing of things, like slowly rebuild ankle strength. Because I feel like it's like getting there, like it's pretty much good now, but I just don't want to like mess it up again.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to be careful, but
I'm just waiting for next week Tuesday, going to the doctors, and I'll be like, can I do this? They're like, yeah. And we're done.
These.
And then, or they'll be like, no. And I'll be like, fuck.
And then we're getting into winter training.
And it will turn out that I've been doing stuff I'm not supposed to be doing, because I did a climb the other day. But don't tell the doctors, it's a secret. They were like, don't use it, and I was like, okay. They said no heavy lifting. I did definitely deadlift today. It'd be fine. It's only a ligament.
Yeah, I passed biology. I know about the body.
Yeah, quite
What,
looking
so
forward
you
to
get
winter
winter
training.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
better.
I
It's
really
not.
like
It's not
training.
better. Obviously, summer training is so sick, but like I enjoy training in layers. So
Oh yeah.
training with a hoodie on might be the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
I kept my hoodie on the other day just because I wanted to train a hoodie.
Yeah. In it.
Plus, everyone has better garms in the winter.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Straight up.
Layering is like way better in fashion than it is like I hate just like t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah.
Might be
it's
my
so-
worst
It's like
outfit in the world.
It's
I'm
just
like, you suck.
boring sometimes.
Innit?
Like you want to add more flavour to your
I want to see
outfit.
some cool looking people. Watch some skaters in the winter.
Yeah,
They're all looking
trust.
fly.
Super
Funky
fly.
fresh, some might say. In their body warmers and hoodies and beanies.
I do love a leggings and shorts combo.
Oh, the
Love
Mordor
it.
leggings.
I think it's okay.
yeah.
I
I wore
think-
them yesterday.
Did you?
First
Oh.
time this year.
I think it suits some people. I think it doesn't suit other people. So it's not-
Yeah, no, it
but
doesn't really suit me. I did it
It
once. I
doesn't
was
suit
like,
you. No, I'm joking. It does suit you. But it really suited that guy from Geo. The guy from Geo, he didn't actually wear leggings. He wore the longest socks in the world.
Hey.
Not Geo. Fucking what are they called? That
You're not talking about the guy from Helsingborg.
no.
Oh.
The guy. Well, there's a team that were gonna make a really big movie in Asia, and then it dropped off.
Gestian.
Gestion, that's the one. He had those shorts that were down to like his basketball shorts, and he wore socks that came up to where his shorts ended. So it looked like he easily could have been. He somehow rocked that. I don't know how, but he somehow rocked that pretty well. I was pretty stoked in it. I was like, I want to try that, and I tried it, and it didn't look good in the mirror.
yeah.
That's how that went. That was 2016, Chris. Was that 2016? That was fucking ages ago.
Who else has like unique? Oh, there's Jaws who has his baseball jerseys.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
iconic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Who else? There's some people who still rock the baggy trousers, but baggy trackies. Don't know. They look okay. Sometimes they look okay. Sometimes they don't.
On
I
the
like-
right person and the right style, I think.
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
semi-baggy.
I think
trackies,
Bart
so-
Van der Linden gets away with them.
Yeah, like
When
those-
Bart Van der Linden was sponsored by Extra Foot, we got away with them a little bit. And then like
Fosky.
yeah, Foskey gets
Yeah.
away with them for sure.
The extra foots, yeah.
But who doesn't? I'm trying to think of someone who doesn't get away with them. But then also I probably shouldn't say that because then they just get what if they get butt hurt.
I didn't get away with them. I used to have extra shorts and they looked absolutely terrible.
I get
Did
away
you?
with them. Fun
Yeah.
fact. Fun fact for you.
Got
I
for
get
my
away with
birthday,
them. But yeah,
We had the same.
I get
ones,
away with
didn't we?
everything. So.
I'm surprised you get away with like really baggy.
It's kind of short, like Foskey.
Yeah.
Compressed movement.
You do have an annoying habit of just wearing stuff and it looks good.
It's because it's confidence. You just gotta be like, it looks good, and
Yeah.
then it does. The secret is that I put stuff on. I go, does this look good? And I walk out, and then if someone says it looks good, if someone that I see says it looks good, I'm like, cool, that looks good. I can wear them whenever I want now.
Fair.
So that's how that goes.
I'm
Just fishing for compliments, basically.
trying to think of anyone else who like stand out fashion.
Pasha for wearing the boss on a t-shirt.
Oh, God,
that's
yeah.
some standout fashion. Blue
Yeah,
shorts.
good
My
point.
man Titarenko
Oh,
stealing
yeah.
the what's their faces brothers look.
The Brewers.
Yeah,
Ross Brewer.
that's some thievery right there. I won't lie to you.
Mm.
Snaked.
I was telling Chris this morning on the way to the gym that Alexander Titarenko has a second account just for parkour.
Oh, I watched some in the
Wait,
gym.
what?
Yeah, it's literally called Titarenko Parkour.
It's Titarenko.parkour, I think. Yeah, and
Oh,
he's
what?
got 300 followers, so he's worse than me.
But it's literally just
In fairness, he
parkour.
did a really cool 360 tic-tac thing.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
But it does look really clunky.
Yeah. It just
That's so
doesn't.
weird.
He's really good at lashes
It's
though,
odd.
which I already knew, but he does better swinging stuff.
Mm.
That
Is
was
this
the only
you
thing
like-
that looked nice was his lashes. No offense to him, because he's fucking sick at like tricking stuff. But
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was like,
You know the dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was,
man.
I was like confused because I was like,
famous,
whenever like you say parkour, I
He's
just like
famous-
always just group them all together like into one. But yeah, like
famous
so,
for two things.
Yeah,
one
blue
is,
shorts.
One is one's winning Rebel Art Motion. I wouldn't say he's famous for blue shorts. Ross Brewer and the other Brewer guy are famous for blue
Yeah,
shorts. And then He's famous for bodying himself at Elwick.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
bad.
And he injured himself yesterday or the day
Yeah, I
before.
can't believe that.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know what happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
No.
The only reason I know is because Charles said it on his story. Well, you told me, and then I saw Charles' story. Charles Luong's story.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That must be quite a weird, like, don't know, stepping into the whole of a injured athlete is quite a weird thing.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, I don't know if I want to be, I don't know if I want to be in the competition, but I guess I am now, sort of thing. And I'll try and do my best for Alex. I was like, fair enough. I was like, I don't think you are doing it for Alex, but anyway.
Nah, quite nice.
Nice way to put
Insta
it.
story.
Nice way to put it. But, you know, anyone there is going to be doing it because they want to try and like.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it could be like for himself, but
I saw a rough knee clip as well from Matera as well. Did you see that?
No.
It's a dude, I think quite a lot of the street media or like Noah shared it, and I think street media actually shared it as well, so I wonder if he might be from like Derby or close by.
maybe some of them are there.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, he might be one of those boys. I have absolutely no idea. Can't remember who it was, but yeah, just this Grand Prix, and he said in the comment that he'd like done it like quite a few times, and then was trying to, I don't know,
Clean
film
it
it
up,
or clean it up or whatever, and it's a fucking savage clip. It's like a clip and then he flails, and I think like manages to like get a foot on the wall, but it's like a hefty Grand Prix. It's like,
is it a big boy? Is it the one that Max Henry did?
Don't think so.
Okay. Cause that
Possibly
was
because
a big boy.
it's filmed from the other side.
That would make me scared.
No, I don't think
if
it
I
is.
watched that, I'd be scared.
Big wide walls, which I think
no.
that's like knee clip territory
Yeah.
with big wide takeoffs.
It's either knee clip territory or make the Kong Prix like a foot bigger.
Yeah.
I tend to just make the Kong Prix a foot bigger.
Yeah, me too.
Not about
me
the
too.
clipping of the knees.
Yeah, and that like diving over the wall it makes the Kong so much harder.
I was seeing some interesting Kong technique on Instagram recently. Not going to name any names, but there's been a lot of people just not doing Kongs properly.
I think the art of a Kong is
The
just something
art,
to be
good.
marvelled at. Like a
They
good
have
Kong is
They have
just...
Kong galleries when you're older. I have little like Kong galleries of like boomerang Kongs. Nice. That's a good one.
You can just like tell from before they've even taken off.
Yeah.
Because they like go into it, they're just like completely straight, and you're just like, we're just not going to go up. You're just going forward.
Yeah. Yeah, you can...
Some
you
people
can
just use their like raw power to like get onto another wall. And then you can see there's like not a lot of technique.
There's people I watch and they're like fucking sprinting into Kong Prix. They're like, I'm like, you don't need to sprint into that. You're just using all the momentum because you haven't got a good Kong.
Yeah.
It's very jarring.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're one of those people who are sprinting really
Yeah,
fast, just dip before and then you'll get loads of height and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Travis's Kong is outrageous.
so
Yeah.
It's fucking outrageous.
Travis is outrageously good. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, I hate cameras.
Yeah, but one day we'll do an entire podcast
Yeah,
where that
sure.
doesn't happen. But
Nah, I think we should keep it. Favourite athlete who can't Kong Prix?
that's such a good question. Okay.
This week we're going for our best dressed or like people we like their clothing who train, because you know nowadays parkour's got so specific that you can even pick out what they're wearing and be like, that's cool, I'm going to wear that and train at the same time. So yeah, Ethan's going first because he was so solid on his first on what he had.
Yeah, my choice is Jack Dodds because he has some very steezy garms and yeah,
Oh,
he always suits them.
And the
No
camera's
one's
not
gonna
on.
see
It was just to us,
It was just-
which
yeah.
is what I like because you
Just
always
to
do that
us.
anyway.
Yeah, no, I feel like
You
his
guys won't know what he did unless you meet him in person because he does it all the time. So
Secrets.
he did I feel like his clothing style really suits his training style and it's all like
yeah, he
goes
meshes
really
them
well
together
together
really well.
and look really cool.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think clothing
That's
like
such a thing.
affects training so
Yeah,
much.
true.
Like there are some people like Joel Larson, who's not my one.
That's my one.
He wasn't my one. He dresses really well, and the way he dresses suits is fucking shit. Like
Yeah, true.
it's so sick.
Well, that was my answer. That's Joe Larson.
Oh.
But you ruined the impact of my answer. absolute snake. Okay, well I'll also add in Elijah Muller to the mix because it just suits his style. Like that's what's so sick about it. Is it literally just suits him down to the ground.
I don't know how, but his hair suits his style.
Literally. Nah, and his hand gestures.
Yeah.
Just like
Now that instant when he throws the wood chips at the camera, that's just too much. I was just like, how did you pull that off?
That boy is just Steve's. It's ridiculous.
Imagine if I threw some wood chips at the camera. How cringe that would be. He made it look like the coolest thing in the world. I was literally so loud.
I like such like an angry little elf.
It was cool. If you threw them, I'd laugh. I'd cool. Imagine if Dill threw them. It was like, or Jamie. Jamie would be the most robotic.
And you?
Mine, I'm stuck between two.
Yeah, let's have them both.
North Street Boogie is his name on Instagram. I probably check what his actual name is. He's really cool. Recently started following each other. I've lost him. Recently started following each other on Insta, and he's very good like at camera stuff, and he's also like pretty sick at the parkour, and he dresses really well. So I like him. He's got long hair, like my man Elijah. It doesn't say his name on his Instagram, so you'll only know as North Street Boogie.
North Street Boogie.
And then Keelan.
Oh, fucking
I like him because he dresses the same way I do, so.
Good shout.
And Joel Larson, because Joel Larson wears Dickies, and I rate trading Dickies.
Dickies and overshirts is so so sick.
I love
on that
overshirts
swing
too
courts,
much.
is like shirts just like flapping.
At least you like.
too much.
I was wearing Dickies for like 4 years, and I never trained in them because I was just like, I just like don't want to ruin them. And then I was like, everyone, like not everyone, but like all the Swedish guys, I feel like, and like some of the Germans started like training in like Dickies, and I was like, maybe it's time to like pull them out, you know. So if you ever followed me before, when I posted photos instead of just clips, I was always in Dickies, and then the clips would be in other stuff. So you know, fun fact for you.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Ow! Ow! My back.
Marcus, why are you hitting us? This is what he does.
But I'm afraid that's the lovely conclusion to today, because you know it was nice and a bit miss and match, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was a bit of a ramble, then, wasn't it? It's kind of nice.
It's good fun.
I
enjoyed it.
I don't like set ones though. You know, when people are like bang 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 bang. I'm like, oh, you know, where's the character? Ed. Where's the character?